With great power comes great responsibility. Peter was just an ordinary teenager living in a big city. He loved science, especially biology, and dreamed of becoming a scientist one day. His days were filled with school, homework, and his part-time job at a local newspaper. One afternoon, Peter was visiting a science exhibition at his school. The exhibition was showcasing new developments in genetic engineering, and Peter was fascinated. While wandering through the exhibit, he stumbled upon a display of exotic spiders. As he reached out to touch one of the glass cases, a small, dark spider escaped and bit him on the hand. Peter was in his room, a little bored. Looking out the window, he saw a colorful balloon being carried away by the breeze. With a smile, he approached the window and tried to reach it, but it was a little out of reach. Without thinking too much, Peter put his foot on the brick wall next to the window and pushed himself up. To his surprise, instead of slipping and falling, his fingers stuck to the rough wall. With a slight shock, he realized he was hanging there, without any effort. His eyes widened in astonishment. Carefully, he began to climb the wall, feeling a strange sensation of lightness and adhesion. Every movement was fluid and natural, as if climbing walls was part of his instinct. The higher he climbed, the more incredulous he became. Upon reaching the top of the wall, Peter turned and looked down, feeling an adrenaline rush he had never experienced before. With a mixture of fear and euphoria, he jumped onto the roof of the neighboring building. The free fall lasted only a few seconds, but it seemed like an eternity. At the last moment, before touching the roof, his feet gripped the surface, cushioning the impact. Lying on the roof, Peter took a deep breath, trying to process what had just happened. His senses were sharper than ever, and he could hear the sound of the city below with impressive clarity. The breeze blew on his face, carrying the smell of cut grass and hot asphalt. At that moment, Peter realized that his life had changed forever. The spider bite had transformed him into something more than an ordinary teenager. He was strong, agile, and had abilities that most people only saw in comic books. But with great power comes great responsibility.